DJ streams. I'm just like, this venue is just not interesting to me.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay money to see you in person. I get the added bonus of the crowd and the people dancing and the speakers and just the vibe and the alcohol. Like there's other stuff that makes this thing more valuable. But I equate the DJ streams to the mumble rappers going back and forth on stage. It's just not
Oh,
interesting,
really?
man.
Huh? I mean, and the
Yeah.
other thing is like, so these DJs, I know this one DJ, he's putting in work. He has like 4 or 5 different streaming shows.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what that's all about, because if your set is still, if I'm doing 5 or 6 different DJ streaming shows and you still see this behind me, what's the only thing different is the music. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, so what about like once we are, back to sort of normal, then what do you do? It's just like, you got all these shows, all these different sets, all these different parties online streaming. Now, how are you going to do them live?
The online streaming thing is going to die a miserable death the first chance people get to go outside and go to a real club.
They know it too, though. I think people are like, Mixcloud, they know it. I mean, you'll still have some of those cats who aren't in clubs.
There's people who are going to do like their radio shows or their kind of mini versions of stuff, but people are watching it to pass the time, but they would rather be in person. And especially younger audience. Like there's no, you can't create that vibe and that energy of being in person. And so, yeah, man, I know we talked about this before. I think the vibe's not the same. I think that a lot of people are using it as a way to kind of get their name out there or whatever. But because the internet's global, it's not as useful as you think it is. You need to stream just the people in your neighborhood or the people that you would have gave tickets to.
Yeah.
If somebody in Germany is watching your thing, unless you're going out to Germany, this is useless to you. This is pointless.
Not unless promoters may use it too. They may say, hey, you know what? This guy's getting a lot of streams every time he comes on. I mean, he may be able to work out in our club. So
but you get the problem of Instagram.
Yeah.
And I've seen this fail. That I've seen DJs that they have a lot of views and they have a lot of subscribers on Instagram, and then they throw a party and 2 people show up because most of their fans don't live in their city.
No,
you're having this global reach with only like a local vibe or power to it. So it's like it's not as powerful as you want it to be, unless you make music. That's the only way that it transcends the borders and where you are. But if you're just playing music, I don't see it, man. I just don't see it.
Yeah, no. If you're again, I think if you are a promoter, I mean, you're the promoter and you're bringing not only the DJs, but also you're packing a place up because you're the promoter, and then you're choosing the DJs you want to play. That's one thing. But to start doing this live streaming thing and then think just because you're getting like 10, 20,000 views every time you stream and then you do a local party, like you said, it ain't the same. Because, the 20,000 people out of that 20,000, maybe 19,000 or maybe 19,900 are in Europe.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's like that. So it's kind of weird, but
I think
insane.
That if for a DJ to be successful at that type of thing, they need to kind of centralize it. They need to have that option on these social media platforms just to promote to and just to have friends or subscribers from a specific area. If you can kind of narrow it down, then I think the online thing would be more useful.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to do that because they want the big numbers. So,
and I think if you can also really make some money off of live streaming, just like not because you have 1 million people watching you, but because you're able to sort of directly receive money from your fans, like monetize directly to from your fans,
People got their Cash App and stuff on the Instagram streams, but I don't know how many people are donating. Unless you're like a really, really big DJ, I think very few people are donating.